let's do this one more time. Actually, no, never mind. Why am I doing it one more time? So, this is going to be a different type of recording episode. I'm recording this on my iPhone. So, this is the Nestcast Spider-Man PS4 review phone edition. So, phone edition means I record this on my phone and not the microphone. I'm going to test this out. See how it goes. If I can't undo any of the background noise, aka my fan, then I might just have to record this again on Thursday. So welcome back, guys, to the Nestcast. It's been a minute. So a few things I want to talk about before we start the episode. I got new art. Got new art for the podcast. And obviously, Christian made it. Christian made the other art, and then we remade that art. Pretty much kept it the same, just changed a few things like the colors and stuff. But this time we completely overhauled it. Well, he did. And yeah, it looks super good. I want to thank him. And yeah, it's really good. So go check him out. The next bit of news. I have 2 official artists, and one of them I just named. So the official artists for the Nestcast are Brian and Christian. So they've helped me in the past with many of the thumbnails. Even been featured in a few episodes. And yeah, that's about it for news. So you can congratulate them by following them on Instagram. So that'll be neat. So without further ado, let's get started with the Spider-Man PS4 review. Now, clips, some of them are recorded for me, and some are found on the internet, and I will link the video I got the clips from, so I'm not completely stealing them. But I will link the videos that I got them from, so that way it doesn't look like I'm completely stealing videos. Alright, without further ado, let's get rolling. The story starts with a 23-year-old Peter Parker, 8-year veteran of being Spider-Man. He's had a long way of becoming Spider-Man. He gets an alert on his phone saying that Fisk is being taken down once and for all. He suits up and heads towards Fisk Tower. Jesus. After heading towards Fisk Tower, he sees his friend Yuri Watanabe, who's also a cop, say that he can't need to do this legally. But Yuri objected after she saw an explosion, and now Peter is swinging into saving all of those people's lives. So fast forward a good 20 minutes after Peter is swinging throughout Fisk Tower, taking down bad guys and corrupt cops, he takes down Fisk once and for all. Taking down Fisk, he is called upon by his boss / real job, with his boss being Otto Octavius. Sure hope he is a really nice guy. Nice. Find out that Otto is using prosthetics, or is working on prosthetics for the people in need of prosthetics, that is. And he's like, really nice about it, just hope nothing truly happens. So, what the fuck am I doing? So, after that, he gets a call from May. And he is, as you know, not May. Martin Lee, who is the nicest human being ever, bro. Like, this guy is nice. Bro's a G. Bro's him. Saying that May's birthday, or it's a celebration for May, and they want to get the cake, but they need to stall her. So Peter goes and stalls her for a bit while they get the cake. And then, while all that is happening, there is a break-in at Fisk Auction House, which is all of his assets being auctioned off because of, him being arrested. So, once Peter gets to the auction house, he sees there are these masked people that look like demons. Peter takes down as many as he can before he sees a camera dangling from a pole. He gets the camera and sees on the bottom says property of Mary Jane Watson. And that is when we see Mary Jane Watson in the flesh. So after seeing MJ, they talk, and MJ is there on a secret mission. Well, it's not secret mission, but she's there undercover as a different reporter to get all the good stuff for a Daily Bugle. For a Daily Bugle report on Fisk, and she obviously isn't supposed to be there, so the lady that told her that she can record stuff or take photos of it got pissed. So that's fun. Going after that, they meet up at a restaurant and they talk about how they should take down the demon gang. And after they talk about what they could do and reinstating the reason why they broke up, Peter leaves and goes fight Shocker. After taking down Shocker, he goes to Feast to wait out in the morning to see if Martin Lee has any idea on if the mask that he has from the night previous night has anything to do with anything bad. Martin says that this is really bad and that he should not be messing with it or Mary Jane. So after that, he goes out and tells Mary Jane. After telling Mary Jane, she says no because Mary Jane doesn't want to drop the story. So after seeing Martin Lee, he goes back to Dr. Octavius to work out the bugs of what happened with the prosthetic arm. And they get a special surprise sorry. They get a special surprise visit from Mayor Osborn himself, also known as Norman Osborn, also known as Harry Osborn's dad. So, essentially, all he does is tell him, Otto that his funding is cut, and he can't do anything. He's just done, and he has to live with that, and saying that, he has to that he is done doing his job, and he cannot continue it anymore. After that, Yuri Watanabe calls Spider-Man again, and she calls him to say that there is a tip that demons are at a warehouse where Fisk property is at. So they're like, okay, let's check it out. And she is sending a cop over, and we find the cop to be Jefferson Davis, also known as Rio Morales' husband, also known as Miles Morales' dad. And he comes saying like, hey, we can't break in because it's not not legal. But he brought a warrant, so let the searching begin. After they find out that demons are in a secret lair that that Fisk's men had, they chase the demons, and after chasing the demons throughout Manhattan, they get a gas tanker to fall into a slot where a train is coming. Peter pulling all his strength for that tanker to get put back on the street. He sees a truck of demons trying to ram him, but just in the nick of time, he gets saved by Jefferson Davis, and Jeff is ruled a hero. Now, after this, you might think Peter must rest. And you're right. He heads back home to his apartment to find out that he is evicted. Because I think bro may have forgotten to pay his rent, if we saw in the first shot. So bro forgot to pay his rent. Big whoop. He goes out to find his stuff that he got trashed, that the landlord tossed out. And he went to multiple trash chutes and stuff to get it, and he got it. So, big whoop. Well, not big whoop, but like, dubs. So, but while he's doing that, he finds out that the Black Cat is back. And he hopes that it isn't true, but we later find out it's true. Black Cat is back. After that, we find out that Mayor Osborn is honoring Jefferson Davis for saving Spider-Man. And he gets presented with a Medal of Honor and all that at City Hall. And we see that after Norman gives Jefferson the stand, he gets a phone call from a certain voice. We don't know who it is, but we all can suspect who it would be after this clip.
Yes?
I've worked many years for this moment.
Who is this?
Over the coming days, your company, your city, and everything you care about will be destroyed. People will beg you for help, but you won't be able to save them.
Listen, jackass, I get threats like this twice a week. Why don't you grow a pair and tell me what you want?
To watch you suffer.
And in just a matter of time, boom, Jefferson Davis dies. In a horrific event to save his other fellow policeman, he dies by pushing away the suicide bomber. Wake up. And is left for miles to see his dead body right where he last saw him. After the events of City Hall, Mayor Osborn hires a task force to protect not only the city, but mainly himself. And this is the first time we see the leader of this task force, Silver Sable. There we go. I don't know why I butchered that so much. After that, we find out that the demons are at a whole-on war against the city, and to pretty much sabotage Norman Osborn, and they plan on releasing the Devil's Breath, which I don't know if I mentioned it, but the there was a file that Mary Jane was going after in the auction house with Fisk. Sorry. I just drank water, that's why I'm burping. I'm sorry. But yeah, so after that was what is inside the auction house that Mary Jane was going after. She was going after a double breath file to see what it was, and see if there was anything good to like release to the public, and let people know that, hey, this is out there and they need to be careful. So Mary Jane letting everyone know. Well, not letting everyone know, because she got it taken away from the sorry, I don't know why I'm blanking out so much. I'm sorry. I just keep blanking out so much. So, obviously the file got stolen. So that is what Peter is saying, that Devil's Breath will be released to the public if Harry Osborn doesn't do something. So, finding out that Devil's Breath is what the demons have, MJ and Peter think of a way to stop Martin Lee, and they really don't have any plans, but they do go out and try to put an arrest warrant out for him. So, I mean, it's something, but, After this, we see Miles back in the flesh, and he is heading towards Feast because he is applying for Feast, volunteering at Feast, to cope with the loss of his dad, but he gets stopped by a couple of thugs. So, he tries to knock them out, and it doesn't really go well, but your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man swings in and saves Miles. And that's about it. He saves Miles. Miles punches him. So, that's pretty cool. Okay, so this is about halfway of the story. I'm going to give my thoughts about this, and I'm going to give my thoughts about the other half of the story. So, that's nice. So the game so far is really, really good. Now, as I said in the beginning, some of these clips aren't mine. Most of the end is my clips. It's just the fact that I didn't really record that many clips this time because I didn't want the final product to be so big, because the last few projects I've had, the file size has been like 5+ gigabytes. The Last of Us one was like 20. Not 20, 15. So, I'm trying to keep it down, so my bad if you guys did like the clips. For the next Spider-Man game, there isn't that many clips, so there will be more clips, actually. Sorry. But, okay, back to Spider-Man PS4. The game is really, really, really good. There is so much stuff that you can unlock, like all the suits, all the gadgets. They're super, 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 super good. The story so far, really amazing. I am loving it. Characters, I do like. I do hate some characters. JJ, amazing. But it for the middle. Now let's get to the after this. Let's get to the rest of the game. So after Martin Lee is able to get the Devil's Breath from Sable, because Sable had some people that worked on the Devil's Breath case, and Martin got it. He was about to release it. We stopped it, and we fight Martin throughout Grand Terminal Central, and we stop him, and he is off to the raft, which is where, like, a maximum security prison. And with the Devil's Breath gone, everyone is so happy that everything is good. But we find out that Octavius has been working on his prosthetics for such a long time, and that he becomes Otto Octavius, the Otto Octavius that we know and love. We're at Feast with Miles and May, and we find out that the truck that had Devil's Breath got broken into. Peter finding this, how he runs out of Feast, heads towards the truck with that had the Devil's Breath, and he sees it is no longer there. There's a chopper above him. It is Yuri saying that Riker's inmates are about to run up 5th Avenue. They try and go and contain everything. They look like everything is fine. But then Electro appears, crashing their helicopter. He goes in and sees that not only Rhino and Electro have escaped, Scorpion has also escaped. And then Vulture has also escaped. Heading towards the rooftop, he sees that Martin Lee has also escaped. So the guy that we just captured not 20 minutes ago has escaped. So they stun Peter to the point where he can't even feel anything. And then we see the tentacles of Otto Octavius. Octavius has successfully gathered the Sinister Six. All a part of the group: Octavius himself, Rhino, Scorpion, Vulture, Electro, and Mr. Negative himself, Martin Lee. They throw him off into the bay, into the water, and that is how Act 2 ends. Act 3, Peter being AWOL from the hospital, apparently, and that he goes out and sees that the entire city has fallen to pieces. Everyone is after Spider-Man, including Sable. They think that he is the reason why Devil's Breath is out there. It's not. So, with everything they can, they shoot down Peter. So, what you are seeing right now is what happens after the once Act 3 starts. This is what you see when you are just swinging around in the city. Snipers going after you. Rockets going after you. In multiple groups, just randomly scattered throughout the city. The city streets, trashed. Everyone with masks because the Devil's Breath has been released, creating a citywide pandemic. Gee, I wonder where that's from. I'm sorry. It was a joke that I cannot miss. So, Electro and Rhino are hitting some precincts. Peter goes and tries to help them. The police precincts. Sorry. So, Peter goes out to help and sees that, everything is under control after he completes helping everyone. Sable also shows up to neutralize the target, also known as Spider-Man. And after Peter takes down all the inmates and Sable, he heads down to Harlem Feast Center because it has been burning. And May and Miles are inside. Peter saves them, like always. And this is when Miles and MJ and Peter come up with a plan to keep everyone safe. That following morning, Peter is out to find out what has happened and what the Sinister Six are after. And he sees that Electro and Vulture are at a power plant. Peter takes them down. Then, following that, he goes after Rhino and Scorpion. He has taken down 4 of the 2 Sinister Six. After those events, Peter's exhausted, so he takes a little nap on the rooftops. Because why wouldn't you? Then MJ sneaks into Mr. Osborn's lair / apartment, because he has a lair inside his apartment in a New York apartment. Let that sink in. So she goes into the thing, and she finds out that Martin Lee was the first subject of GR27, aka Devil's Breath, and that is why he is Mr. Negative. Finding this out, and also finding out that Harry, their best friend, Peter and MJ's best friend, is sick. So they go after the Devil's Breath cure, because according to the records, it is cure. There is a cure. Martin is already after it. After defeat, Peter is already there, but he has to go through Sable and demons to be able to get inside the building. After defeating all those demons and Sable agents, he goes inside to face off Martin Lee. And after he defeats Martin Lee, he gets a cure. But there is a rumble. Dr. Octavius is there.
Osborn needs to pay. I know. But this is the wrong way, Martin.
Useless. Otto? That look on your face. You can't imagine how satisfying it is. Ready for your final act?
After Octavius gets the cure, Peter is left on the ground, and Osborn has been taken by Octavius. Peter, with everything pretty much out of his system, he is still worried about Aunt May. He sees that she is horribly, horribly sick,
They say she could go.
and that at any moment she could go.
Where are you going?
I need to find Otto. He has the anti-serum. I don't know if I can beat him.
Maybe you can't. Maybe Spider-Man needs help from his friend Peter.
What?
Peter helped build those arms, remember? If anyone can find a weakness, it's him. Go get him, Tiger.
Peter, seeing this, he knows that he must get that cure. He goes back to Otto's lab one more time to create a suit that is made out of the same materials as Otto Octavius's arms.
But now I have to destroy it. With a little creation of my own.
After a long and intense battle on Oscorp Tower, Peter successfully defeats Otto Octavius. But Otto knew that Peter was Spider-Man. And after an emotional conversation after defeat, Peter walks away.
Peter, I saw you as a son. I should have known you'd turn on me, just like all the others.
Turn. I've worshipped you. Your mind, your conscience, wanting to help others. The way you never gave up.
That's because men like us have a duty, a responsibility, to use our talents in the service of others. Even if they don't appreciate it, we have to do what's best for those beneath us, whether they understand it or not.
No, you're wrong. You are everything I wanted to be. You just threw it away.
Yes, of course. You're right, Peter. Oh, I see that now. The neural interface affected my mind. But I can fix it. We can fix it. Together. If you'll help me.
Do everything I can. I'll make sure you get the best help.
No! If they put me away, they'll take my arms. I'll be trapped in this useless body. Please, Peter. That wasn't me. You said you'd never abandon me. You promised. Remember? And of course, you rest easy, knowing your secret is safe with me.
You do what you think is best, Doc. It's all any of us can.
Peter?
Even when it hurts like hell.
Peter, where are you going? Peter? Peter!
Peter, going back to Feast, sees that the cure is viable and is wondering if he can use it on someone right now. But the bad news, he cannot. There is about a 3-day wait to get more samples for people to get the vaccine. But Peter wants Aunt May to live. So as Spider-Man goes along her side,
right here.
and as she says the following, Peter is worried because he is about to be alone and has to deal with another death.
You knew?
I've known for a while.
I never wanted you to worry.
I did. And I am so proud of you. And Ben will be too. All the people you've saved.
I don't know what to do.
Yes, you do.
Aunt May is now dead. Following the events of Aunt May's passing, they bury her, and many vaccination stations are out in New York City to vax everyone out of Devil's Breath. 3 months pass. Octavius is in jail, and Peter and Miles are friends, and Peter and MJ get back together. And we get a little nudge that Peter is moving into a new apartment, and Miles is helping out. But Miles feels a little different.
Well, I'm not an expert or anything, but I think it's in the way that you ask her.
I've been getting too nervous. Hey, all right, so where do you want this?
Right over here's fine.
Right. Hey, so Pete?
Yeah.
I, kind of got to talk to you about something I can't tell my mom about.
What's up?
Well, weird things have been going on. Like, physically.
Oh. Oh. Well, you know, you're at that age where your body starts to change. And so you may be noticing some areas,
No.
for example.
Not that. Thing is...
Asks Peter about it. Peter thinks of something else. Miles says he's going to show him, and boom! He sticks to the ceiling. Miles says, cool, and then this.
Not that weird.
Confirming that Miles Morales is Spider-Man in this universe. The credits roll, and that is the end of Spider-Man PS4. So a bit rushed for this review. I didn't want this to be a really long overview and be like another hour. I wanted to keep it low key, really fast paced, but also straight to the point. So I'm gonna rate my favorite characters. So my favorite characters on this game were Peter, of course, Miles, Martin Lee, MJ, and Aunt May. Those 5 amazing, very, very good backgrounds. Many things that were outstanding is the chemistry between everyone. If you guys don't know, the Spider-Man voice actor, Yuri Linthal, is his wife is actually Yuri Watanabe. So that is why they have such good chemistry in the game. They have really good chemistry, and you can hear them with like their snapbacks, and because it's so natural to them. So it's really good to see that. Oh, excuse me. A couple that they know and love did this. So that's something. The voice actor for Mary Jane, absolutely amazing job. If you don't know, she is the actual voice she's the voice actor for Abby in The Last of Us Part 2, which I just found out like a week ago. So it kind of it shocks me. It shocks me to find that out. So that's pretty cool as well. Miles, I love me Miles Morales. He is amazing, and I cannot wait to review Miles Morales, which is next. It will come out the day Spider-Man 2 drops. So be on the lookout for that. But yeah, that is about it. I'll let you know. Aunt May and Martin Lee are left. Martin Lee, such a good backstory. Amazing character development or I don't know. He turns into a villain, I guess, development. And Aunt May, who cannot love Aunt May? Aunt May is just a sweet old lady. She is amazing. That's about it. Okay. I have done like 15 takes on trying to take this audio. I'm currently doing this on the Wednesday before this comes out. Comes out on Saturday 7th of October. I'm recording this on the 4th. Jesus Christ. So I hope you guys enjoyed. I am back once again. I am back. I think I already have said this before in the intro. The Nestcast has official artists. You can name them as Brian and Christian. They are the official artists for the podcast. We also have new art for the podcast, thanks to Christian. So do check them out. Links in my link tree. Actually, no, not link tree. In my page. It's like a link thing. You can just look at it. I need to update that too, anyway. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys on the 20th of October. Peace.